Since the dawn of time, humanity has gazed at the sky with curious eyes and contemplated deeply by imagining the objects there. This curiosity led to the invention of the instrument known as the telescope. Thanks to the telescope, countless people have been able to observe the sky in more detail and discover the planets in our solar system and some nearby galaxies. But even after the invention of the telescope, humans have not been able to fully observe the vast and deep structure of the universe. This is because there are types of light in space that we cannot see, but which cover a large part of space. Although we have developed technologies that make these lights visible, we cannot see them fully in observations made from Earth. This is because our atmosphere prevents most of this light from reaching the Earth. Because of this obstacle, scientists have begun to develop various plans to see the universe more clearly. Observatory ideas on the Moon and the discovery of space telescopes. In 1837, for example, some astronomers discussed the advantages of an observatory on the Moon. Although the idea seemed like a pipe dream at the time, in 1946, the American astrophysicist Lyman Spitzer proposed the use of a telescope in space. This proposal was realized about 22 years later, in 1968, with the Stargazer, or Oort telescope. The launch of this space telescope changed everything. From that day on, the Hubble, Spitzer, Chandra, and Compton space telescopes were sent into space one by one to observe the universe in detail. Each of these telescopes could see light that we couldn't see and tell us about the universe around us. Thanks to them, an era known as the Great Observatories was born. During this period, our understanding of the universe changed and deepened many times over. And with each celestial body discovered, our horizons expanded. In the following years, the Kepler Space Telescope was launched and many exoplanets were discovered. Now, we will examine the most dangerous and creepy of these discoveries. What you see now may be barely discernible among the millions of stars around it, but this object was once a star, radiating light and energy. But everything changed when it ran out of fuel in its core and collapsed in on itself due to its high mass, turning into a black hole. Such black holes are known as stellar black holes, and observations show that such black holes cannot exceed a certain size. There are also gigantic monsters in our universe called supermassive black holes. Much more destructive and terrifying than stellar black holes, they are usually found in quasars or at the centers of galaxies. While a stellar black hole can reach tens of times the mass of the Sun, supermassive black holes can reach billions of solar masses and consume small systems like the Sun as a snack. For example, M33X7, the largest black hole of stellar origin ever discovered in the Triangle Galaxy, about 3 million light-years away from us, has roughly 16 solar masses. Interestingly, despite being so massive, this black hole orbits a star. The star it orbits is about 70 times more massive than the Sun, so this system is a combination of a massive star and a massive black hole. Eventually, the star accompanying the black hole will undergo a supernova, which will turn it into a black hole, and this binary system will consist of two black holes. However, even when you add up the mass of these two objects, they don't come close to the size of the smallest supermassive black hole. We discovered such an object in the dwarf galaxy GG 118, which is only a few percent of the mass of the Milky Way galaxy. The supermassive black hole at the center of this galaxy is the smallest supermassive black hole we've discovered in the universe and has the mass of only 50,000 suns. But even so, it is 500 times more massive than the black hole and the star I just mentioned combined. So what is the largest supermassive black hole we have discovered in the universe? The answer is the gigantic object known as Ton 618. This monster, which forms the heart of the quasar, is located about 10.3 billion light-years away from us in the constellation of the Hounds. And although it is very, very far away from us, it has an absolute brightness of -30.7. The brightness generated by the disk of matter and the jet stream around it is equal to the brightness of 140 trillion suns making it one of the brightest objects in the known universe. In the depths of the universe, there are also dead and uninhabitable planets. For example, the three planets Drakkar, Poltergeist, and Phobos are among the most lifeless and dangerous planets in the universe. These planets were once a normal place, just like the solar system. But everything changed when the massive star at the center of the system ran out of fuel at its core. When the star ran out of nuclear energy, it went supernova and sent a huge shockwave through space. This shockwave destroyed the entire surface and atmosphere of the planets, sweeping them into space. All that was left of them were these three dead bodies. We have covered some of the most interesting and dangerous celestial bodies in the universe. I hope this information will make you more curious about the universe and make you want to learn more about these fascinating subjects. See you in the next video. Goodbye.